When it comes to FPS shooters, I think we've come a long way. Some games are rising, some blew up pretty quickly, some died very early, some are still perfectly alive. Not to mention some are just terrible. There are great paid games out there for you to enjoy, but that doesn't mean the free-to-play games are inferior to them. So in this video I'm gonna give you top 10 free FPS shooters that I think is still worth your time. We're mostly gonna focus on the gameplay, mechanics and player count. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with number 10, we got WARFACE, which still seems pretty alive to me with an average player count of 2000. This game's player count keeps going up and down and stays in between 2 to 6,000. Getting matches in the PvP section doesn't take much time, but in the PvE and special ops missions, you would have to wait at least 2 minutes to get a full lobby. But while you're waiting, you can at least practice your aim or do some platforming challenge, which I think is cool. In PvP you get modes like deathmatch, plant the bomb, capture, domination, etc, which is pretty natural, and the gunplay is also quite satisfying, but what I don't like in this game is the pay to win mechanic. Yes, there are sexy skins at a price, but they also provide increased damage or accuracy or things like those. I really hate pay to win stuffs in games, and I believe it is absolutely possible to make a game fun without making it pay to win. Another issue I think is this clunky My.Games launcher, which I don't really understand why it still exists and why this game can't be downloaded totally from Steam. Because when you download this game, you just download a launcher and then you install the game in the launcher. But there can be a glitch where you will constantly get kicked because you are suspected cheating where you are actually not, and then to fix that you have to verify the integrity in the launcher. Gameplay is fun and still has good amount of players in the server, so that's why this game is at least in this top 10 list. Next on the list in number 9 is Quake Champions, and this game made me rage a lot, not gonna lie. The gameplay is fun when you get the hang of it, but damn, this game is super fast paced and hard to learn and also hard to have fun. I mostly got destroyed in this game, but when I did some cool frags, it was really satisfying. You get all these game modes, but most of the time I got death matches only, which I will say is fun for the most part. But again, the movement, the pacing is really fast in this game. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because when I played Doom Eternal I had the adrenaline rush, which was just mind-blowing. But anyways, in Quake I really recommend going through the learning section if you start playing this game. There are different champions with different abilities, which is a good thing. This game would be higher on the list if the player count wasn't this low now. It had a good player count back in 2018, but in 2021 it's significantly low. That's why getting matches takes quite some time. Skill cap of this game is really high, which makes it a difficult game. But obviously it's fun when you learn to play it properly. On number 8 we got Black Squad, which I think is like CSGO by a small margin, just with the scopes and the weapons. Primary game modes are TDM and Demolition. Demolition is a fun 5v5 mode where you plant or defuse the bomb or kill everyone in the opponent team to win. The gameplay for the most part is fun. When I first played this, I thought I could sprint, but it turned out I only sprint when I pull out my knife. There's the slight CSGO adaptation we see here besides the planting and defusing. Other than that, you make your own loadout instead of buying them live. Now, I'm not really a fan of the projectile bullet mechanic in this game, as the bullets are not hit scan, and also when you kill someone your eardrum just gets blasted, which is super irritating. Game is not that difficult to get the hang of, but obviously do expect to get shit on from time to time. Player count is still above 1000 on average, which is a good thing. Getting demolition matches are faster than TDM in my opinion, as it needs 10 players, not 16. I quite enjoyed this game. If my eardrum were still in good shape, I would place this above Ironsight, which is on number 7. Ironsight I think is the better Black Squad, but I would still say these two games are not totally same. In Ironsight you get the typical game modes, of course, you can make your own loadout just like Black Squad, but in here you get some drones as your additional support. These drones get charged as you fight and then you can spawn them. Gameplay is I think more fun and fast paced. Things often get a little intense in the capture points. Unlike Black Squad, here the weapons are actually hit scan, which I think how it should be. For the most part, gameplay is fine. Make a loadout with the mix of necessary drones, just shoot people and capture the point. In the store you can buy weapons with your earned credits from matches. In Black Squad it's similar. Now remember I said WARFACE is pay to win, right? Yeah, let me clarify that. In WARFACE most of the superior guns are needed to buy with the rarer credits that you can get by buying with real money. Weapons that are really good requires the currency specifically, which makes it pay to win. Where in Black Squad and Ironsight you can mostly buy the guns with the play to get credits easily. And the weapons are also balanced, unlike WARFACE. So I hope you get my point. But anyways, in Ironsight the player count is quite low, but I still mostly got matches pretty quickly. Maybe the region matters, I guess. I'm an Asian. Some days ago I was getting 1 or 2 battle royale matches too, but now it seems like a dilapidated lobby or something. But the core gameplay I found pretty okay. I think this game has potential to get in the higher seeds, but it's pretty unlikely at this time. At number 6 we have Paladins, which is a hero shooter game. This game is really fun and one of my personal favorite. If you have played Overwatch, then you'll easily get the hang of this game, considering you have to manage all the abilities and also shoot to kill your opponents. But Paladins is also a more fast-paced game too. Just like Quack Champions, you also play with different champions in Paladins who have different abilities, some passive, some active. There are 4 classes such as damage, flank, support and tank. Matches are mostly Siege or Team Deathmatch, but Siege is the most popular one. In Siege, you and your opponent contest for the point until one side gets the payload and then starts pushing it to the opponent's base. It's always an intense experience. Each class has abilities that represents themselves. For example, Androxus as a flanker can dash and shoot or escape. Tyra as a damager can throw mollies or shoot grenades with her gun to deal more damage. Genos can heal his teammates, you got the idea. It's a really fun game. I would say it has a good skill cap, but the hitboxes are so dumb that if you actually miss your shots in this game, you might reconsider playing competitive FPS shooters. Speaking of competitive, this game also has sweaty ranked matches if you are interested in grinding that. Player count is pretty decent in comparison to the previous games I've mentioned. In 2020 there were mostly more than 10,000, but now it's less than 10, but still getting matches doesn't take that much time. So overall, Paladins is really worth playing if you're into hero shooters and fast-paced gameplay. Now only 5 more left in this top 10 list, so I want you to take these 5 games with a grain of salt. On number 5 we have none other than good old Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 was the first online FPS shooter I played. It was really enjoyable. Later I didn't play this that much, but when I go play this game from time to time, I still enjoy it a lot. There are all these classes that you can choose, and also this game will probably run on a toaster. There's still a lot of players playing this game. In 2021, Team Fortress 2 hit 100k players twice. There's still overwhelming amount of players playing this considering it was released in 2007. Now gameplay wise, it's still fun and intense. You pick your class and push the payload with your team. During my recording, though, I've faced some hackers using a bit.ly URL as an IGN, which just made the whole experience totally shit, but it's not like you're gonna experience hackers all the time. Only when you have a curse or something on yourself. But I still recommend playing this game, it's just really fun. Nothing more to say, it's a classic, it's most likely never gonna die. Number 4 we got is Call of Duty Warzone. Well, it's a free Call of Duty, so there's a lot of player playing, of course. Getting a 150 player lobby doesn't take as much time as it should be. Now you actually need a decent PC to run this game. It also takes a lot of space on your PC. It's like the battle royale of the rich gamers. Gameplay wise it's good, I suck at it because I don't play Warzone that much myself, but it's a solid game. Totally fun when you learn to dominate. When you die for the first time, you get a second chance in the gulag, which I think is pretty cool. Also, I like that you drop with a pistol in the beginning. Now I want you to check this clip. If that's not hacking, then what is? Yeah, the lowlife still exists in this game too. It's a free-to-play game after all, and it doesn't matter if one battle.net account gets banned, right? Number 3, Valorant. Valorant is great. It has great gameplay, great player count. The skill cap is obviously high in this because it's not like CSGO, but you have to keep an eye out on the abilities that each characters have. Your aim has to be neat too. Every character has different abilities like any other hero shooters, and I quite like the mix. I mostly play Reyna and Jett, not just because they're thick. I don't deny that I'm a cultured man, but it's just their abilities are really fun to use. Reyna can kill someone and get overhealed. Or can zoom, you know, it's cool. I love the characters, some takes quite a good amount of time to get used to, but with enough practice it's nothing impossible. Player count is really significant, obviously getting matches is quick as fuck, especially the Spike Rush, which probably has the speed of light. There's more than 50k players online most of the time. This game was released not so long ago and I'm glad it's going fine, and I really recommend you playing this. Number 2 is another favorite, which is Apex Legends. Probably the most fun I had in a battle royale. Of course you can suck at this game if that's what you're looking for. This game requires good grind to get along with the movements and shooting mechanics. Also think of this game as a mix of hero shooter and battle royale. All the legends have a variety of abilities that are obviously fun and makes this a skilled game. This is still my go-to battle royale. I have so much fun playing this, especially with my friends. They're also a fan of this game. Player count is mostly above 100,000 with a peak player of more than 200,000. Game's more alive than ever considering a battle royale game. Game modes are battle royale, trials, duos, and not to mention the arena, which is my favorite, and Respawn probably just added the best game mode some days ago. You can also get invested with the lore of the legends, which is intriguing and equally interesting. The production quality of the videos are also top notch. This game is just getting better and better, which is just awesome. A highly recommended game that I put on number 2. Number 1 is the game that aged like fine wine, and it would pretty sure never die, and that is CSGO. CSGO takes on every other FPS shooters by player count only. Just look at this player count, it's massive. It even reached peak player of more than 1 million. There are a lot of game modes. You wanna chill? Play some deathmatch or casual. Wanna go hard? Play ranked. Wanna have less player and still have fun? You have Wingman. Still not enough, eh? Go have fun in custom servers. What's that? You want more? Okay, you get drops just by playing and you can sell them for wallet money or open them with more money for sexy ass skins. Now obviously there will be hackers in this, but we can always kick them. In fact, sometimes if an opponent is hacking, I just go in that team and call vote and hope the team, despite having an asshole who is ruining the whole game, kicks him. And sometimes it works, which is just so wholesome and great at the same time. You also get operation passes every year that brings cooler skins and more reason to play this. In CSGO, the aim is the main focus beside the recoil control of the weapons. CSGO will be alive forever, or at least until I'm alive. I most def won't have to say the phrase back in my day to my grandchild when I grow up. I hope. CSGO just deserves to be in number 1. So that's my list of the top 10 free FPS shooters that I think is still worth playing. Especially the top 5, they're super worth giving a shot or replay if you have played already. If you're looking to hang out in Discord, I opened a server some days ago and I really hope this server grows. But as always, thanks for watching, leave a like if you want and subscribe for more. See ya.